Hello and welcome back. Hope you're good, doing well, enjoying your weekend, and obviously getting ready for next week. And I hope that last week was pretty good on your end and was a good week for you. All right. So now let's move on and let's look at the setup for next week. All right. Hopefully you can hear me. Voice is pretty good on your end and you can see my screen. Hello and welcome back once again. Hopefully you can see my screen now and my voice as well. Voice is clear as well on your end. All right, so let's move on. Look at the setup for next week. Last week was pretty volatile, as you guys know that we had another a fear for coronavirus lockdown. All right, so that's created some uncertainties last week and. We have seen markets crashed on Friday. Okay, so I have posted a couple of setups during the week, all right, on YouTube. Hopefully you guys have seen those setups and even have traded on them, and if so, then you must be into those trades. All right, now, so Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar, almost short-term target is reached on that. Okay, and CAD yen, nice breakout we had. Okay, and I have explained that in my weekly market analysis last week. All right, so within this video, all right, so how to look for setup on the CAD yen for the next move, and same was there on the Aussie yen. All right, so all three was pretty good. All right, so we have seen a pretty good moves on these three. Even we have seen pretty good moves. Okay, the moves or the waves which I was talking about in my previous video analysis last week. If you haven't seen that, have a look at that, and you may have missed, all right, some good moves last week. All right, so if you haven't watched that, okay, so if you haven't, then go and have a look and may learn something. All right, and yeah, Aussie yen there. So dollar CAD, okay, so dollar CAD is still pushing higher. We were not having any good price action. Dollar was gaining, yeah, all right, so it's still going higher. So we haven't got a setup over there on the dollar CAD. All right, we were expecting some pullback, some sharp, another pullback up to that previous low, and even I have explained that in the previous video analysis, weekly analysis. All right, so this short-term target is reached over there, okay, that top, and we may see another pullback or price can retest that low again before going to continue to keep pushing more higher. So CAD yen, all right, so we have seen the move which we were talking about in the previous video. All right, this video which I have just asked you to look for again if you haven't. All right, so nice move was there. Okay, so this setup was there on the CAD yen. All right, and boom, euro New Zealand dollar also gone higher very sharply. Okay, if you remember in the last weekly market outlook, I was talking about this setup. Okay, so this area and price to reverse. All right, so hopefully you have into that trade. All right, as said that watch it to continue to break up for the upside after the RBN rate decision. All right, and that was the chart on bigger time frame. Okay, and we have seen that boom, big move on the euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, and the target is clearly shown over there for medium term. Okay, so that's the target, and the price is somewhere there. We still can see more potential in it on the euro New Zealand dollar for more upside. Still we do have some run up over there. So those are the setup on the previous week setup. I haven't posted any setup on the trading view last week. All right, okay, so now let's move on to the charts for setups and updates. All right, so first of all, dollar index, nothing new. All right, so as last week shown that this expanding triangle formation to just continue to keep pushing more higher. We have seen some push up last week, and then we are having up a deeper pullback. All right, so last week we were expecting this to continue to keep pushing more higher. We have seen that wave. All right, so this another pullback, and now price is going for a pullback as expected, that the pullback is due. Okay, so this hasn't changed anything. All right, so pullback to get slightly bit more deeper. Okay, if I'm gonna pull out my moving averages, this can tells you that up to which level price can push. All right, so price can push up, push lower back within the moving averages. All right, so another pullback breakout and continue to keep pushing more higher. All right, this breakout, or go for a small correction, drop for another one. Okay, and turn into a very nice ABC move. Okay, and then continue to keep pushing more higher. So that's the structure on the dollar index. Okay, so continuation, so slow continuation we may see, all right, on the dollar index, because the move, you know, have gone from the floor. Okay, you only looking for this to just keep pushing more higher slowly, all right, and go beyond the okay, so just remember this, go beyond the previous pandemic levels. All right, okay, where is the previous, you know, pandemic level, right? That's your previous, yeah, so 100. All right, it's almost 100, we can say that on the dollar index. So price just keep pushing more higher and go beyond that, or just hit that top. Okay, so continuation for more upside, even if we are going to see, yeah, last week we were talking about the pace of the tapering. All right, so you remember that I was talking about again and again that the strength of the dollar gonna depend on the pace of the tapering, how Fed is going to react to the market, react to the inflation. All right, so the developments which we have seen on Friday or the last week, all right, those are dovish in dovish development for the Fed. Okay, means those developments gonna give, you know, Fed some breathe, we can say that, in regarding the winding up QE, you know, quicker than they have previously planned. All right, so now they can say that the situation is getting worse. All right, so we are, you know, having another wave or worse, you know, virus than the previous one, worse mutation. All right, than the previous one, and because of that, you know, economy is slowing down, and we're gonna go, you know, within the plan which which we already had for ending QE. All right, this is going to be a dovish sign for the market. All right, and you know, all right, so that can change the stance, the hawkish stance. All right, so they haven't communicated yet, Fed hasn't communicated yet after the developments which we have seen last week. All right, they haven't you know, before that they were saying that they are, you know, looking to wind up QE quicker than expected and looking to raise the interest rate next year 2 to 3 times. All right, that was very bullish. So development, so they may change their, you know, tone within the next couple of weeks. All right, regarding the developments which we are having. I mean, travel ban is coming. All right, and the lockdown is coming, so that can change the fundamentals slightly. All right, but they are not going to change the bigger theme. All right, the bigger theme is very much clear, that they are winding up QE program. All right, and that they're gonna do that. They're gonna fight with inflation. All right, and the longer term theme is not going to change. Okay, longer term bullish theme for the dollar is not going to change. Okay, so continuation for more upside on dollar index, and euro dollar to just continue to keep dragging more lower. Okay, so I mean, weekly chart is still there, price is dragging lower. Last week we were expecting it to either give us a pullback or continue to keep pushing more higher. All right, so we got a pullback on it. So chart is very much simple, pullback is happening very much similar like the dollar, you know, index. So price is pulling back. All right, and you are simply looking either to correct and push more higher. All right, this correction push more higher and turn into a bigger ABC move and then break down and continue to keep dragging more lower. All right, or break down on this 1 hour time frame. All right, so this 1 hour time frame correction which is just happening over there, that to break down, or it can slightly push more higher like the way, you know, up to this top, and we may see expanding triangle formation for more downside. So keep those 2 patterns in mind. All right, so dollar chief broke out last week, went higher and then dragged lower. Okay, so looking for the dollar chief to also continue to keep rising all the way back to that previous pre-pandemic levels. Okay, so they're going to be a potential as well on the dollar chief for longer term. All right, if you miss the euro dollar short or you miss the dollar index long, all right, so we may see, but right now there is some pressure on the dollar against the chief. All right, you know, because we have seen, you know, crash last week on the markets. Okay, so same analysis like the dollar index, correct? Continue, test that low, and then continue to keep pushing more higher or break out there. All right, so slightly risky to chase that trade from the current price. So make sure you understand that. I mean, the all three charts we have just shown you, there is a risk right now. Okay, we may see short-term trades, all right, continuation the way I have just shown you. But when you are going, you know, for these three charts, there is risk. All right, I mean, you don't have ideal opportunities on these three charts right now. You only have short-term continuation on the euro dollar or DXY, or very aggressive move if it comes on the dollar against the chief, yeah, from current price. All right. So the Australian dollar and the US dollar is also pushing lower. Last week we were looking for, this is bigger time frame, weekly time frame. If I'm gonna look at the daily, all right, so the wave is very much completed on the Australian dollar, US dollar. Okay, so last week, as you guys remember, that we were expecting it to continue to keep pushing more lower. All right, continuation trade we were expecting on the Australian dollar breakout. So we had that breakout, all right, and it's just simply dropping, all right. And last week we were looking for, you know, I think this correction we had, right? So this correction or that correction, one of them was there. So it just broke out, went lower, continuation move happened over there on the daily time frame. Okay, the daily time frame chart, I have already shared that chart on Telegram. So let me bring that daily chart again so that you guys can get the idea what has happened over there. Okay, so this wave is completed now. All right, testing this previous low. So low is being tested. So the potential is very much over there. If you are trading on it and were shorting it all the way back to that low, great, you have done excellent, you know, stuff. All right, so because we were expecting all these corrections to break down, right? And yeah, so the recent one was that, and this correction, so all these gone very nicely back to that previous low. Okay, so what we may see, we still may see that Australian dollar can drag lower, okay, up to this previous low. All right, this previous low. So the question is how market gonna open, you know, on Monday. All right, because, you know, a lot of developments have happened over the weekend, all right, regarding the travel ban. All right, so many countries, you know, have announced or have taken measures to restrict the spread of this new COVID virus. All right, and that can affect Australian dollar and stock market as well. Okay, so we may see a quick sharp move to the downside like that, and price again can recover. Okay, so I personally, you know, would not suggest you to do anything on this chart, right? Because you have already missed the move from the top. What you can do, you can, you know, you can either ignore this chart, all right, or can wait for this to find its floor. All right, I'm expecting it to find its floor and give us a, you know, pullback. All right, so pullback like that. Okay, there might be a buy opportunity soon after, once we're gonna have, you know, good news. All right, right now we are not having good news. So the move which we are having over there, okay, or you know, the way which appeared over there, yeah, that was developing before the event which has happened, you know, have happened last week. All right, so that was developing, that way was developing, and we have just recently seen the facts of last week. All right, now new, you know, you know, we're gonna see price action for upside, and later on we're gonna have facts, all right, for that wave. So still it can continue to keep dragging more lower on lower time frame. All right, so these corrections can break out and can continue to keep pushing more lower. So the floor is there. Okay, so floor price is still away from the 70 area. Okay, so these corrections can break down and can continue to keep pushing more lower on your, let me go to the 1 hour time frame. There you're gonna see more clear. Okay, so trend is very strong bearish. You don't have any sign for the reversal yet, and you shouldn't chase the buy at the moment. Okay, and you should you still, if you are still into this wave from the top, okay, you still keep looking this to continue to keep dragging more lower like that. Okay, if slightly get more bigger, then you are looking this to continue to keep pushing more downside. I don't see potential over there. All right, and if you are looking for these charts to sell at the current price, it is highly risky. Buy setup is not ready yet. We may see pullback as I'm showing on my chart, or as expanding triangle. Okay, once we're gonna have that, we may see, you know, something like that kind of pattern. All right, okay, and which can again break down back to that low. So it's too early to say that formation. All right, okay, and once price gonna start, you know, giving price action for that move, you know, I'll try my best to update to you. Okay, so this chart also completed its bearish wave, you know, New Zealand dollar and Australian dollar. Okay, so it can go up to 20 October lows, if you guys remember. Okay, I was, you know, talking about that. I have, you know, spoken about that in my previous video analysis as well. All right, so this area, so we may see prices there to reach there. All right, so yeah, that can happen. This move can continue to keep dragging lower aggressively all the way back to that 20 October lows, right, or 19, this low. All right, so the move is almost gone on the New Zealand dollar, the daily move. If I'm gonna, the last week we were expecting, okay, what we were expecting this to just keep continue to tag that previous low. All right, and this wave has happened after the CN from the Reserve Bank of New Zealand. Price is tagging this low. Okay, this is the continuation which I have shown you in the previous, you know, previous weekly analysis. All right, we are within that wave. Okay, so it's gone. All right, so it's gone. If you miss that, it's gone. You shouldn't do anything. All right, so if you're gonna do anything now, you may end up, you know, having bad trades over there. Okay, so what you can do, you can let that continue to keep dragging lower, as much low as it can go. All right, and or wait for the price to find its bottom. Once price gonna find its bottom, then you may start looking for this to go higher. All right, or there these two things for those traders who are not short-term trader. All right, so if you are a short-term trader, you still can chase the price on lower time frame. All right, for more downside. That's slightly risky. Okay, if you know, then okay. If you don't know, then you shouldn't chase the price at the current area from a far more downside. All right, so this pattern, okay, expanding triangle formation, we may see that. It's too early to say that this move is going to happen, but we may see. We need price action for that. Okay, or again similar kind of pattern formation we may see, like you know, have drawn on the Australian dollar chart. Okay, this is too early to say that. Okay, so what you are looking right now, lower time frame, all these, you know, continuation trades we were expecting to happen, these areas, nice, you know, move we have just seen. Okay, so this wave is already completed. So what you should look for on the lower time frame, okay, first of all, I'm expecting it to crash to the downside. Okay, aggressive move to happen. Yeah, once market gonna open and the news event which has happened over there over the weekend, those to play out. Okay, and if they play, all right, so we may see sharp move to the downside like that, and then price again can start, you know, recover like that. Okay, so this may happen. This crash may happen, you know, on Monday or Tuesday within these 2 days. So be prepared for that. Do not run after the buys. Okay, if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, same analysis like the Australian dollar, US dollar. Yeah, so I'm taking more time to look at these two charts because people are following these, you know, charts from the top, so that they can prepare. Okay, so same analysis breakdown or slightly push up and then continue, or simply gap down and continue to keep dragging lower when market gonna open. So you don't have a perfect opportunity, but perfect opportunity can appear over there after having some price action. And the way I'm showing you the expanding triangle, all right, so keep that in mind. All right, so this also broke out. Okay, the target gonna be the 20 October. All right, so there you got the 20 October. So you are looking this to continue to keep dragging lower all the way to the 20 October lows as well. All right, so that's your short to medium term target. What trade I was talking about in the previous, weekly market outlook, if you remember, let me bring the chart. There was a short-term continuation trade as I have asked you to look for last week. Okay, this breakout. So we had that breakout, price, broke that previous low, and this is the trade I've shown you. All right, and the price just broke out that previous low. I'm gonna look at that time frame. Okay, so we got a breakout. The breakout, we had that over there, and last week I was asking you to look for this to continue short-term target. So that has happened, all right. And what to look for next? Yeah, next is still continuation for more downside on the pound dollar. Okay, like all the way back to that low. So the easy analysis, price to pull back within the, yeah, just complete that correction, very much similar like that for the next week. Okay, so complete that correction or expanding triangle formation and continue to keep dragging lower up to 20 October. So you don't have opportunity right now on this chart, okay, but it can develop during the week. All right, so they make collapse. Okay, Australian dollar and New Zealand dollar, I mean, not like the way they have done, March 2020. That's not going to happen, all right, because the interest rates are close to zero, so we may not see that kind of crash. Okay, so a 1 hour time frame to 4 hour time frame crash, okay, 100 pip to 200 pip move we may see, or 150 pip move we may see on that crash. Okay, small crash, not a big crash, guys. You are not looking for a big crash. Okay, so just a continuation move on this chart. Okay, dollar CAD also continue to keep pushing more higher. Last week the target which I was asking you to look for, bigger weekly chart, is still same, looking for this to continue for a bigger time, for a big time. All right, and on lower time frame, another correction, and the target gonna be that. Okay, your target gonna be this 130. Okay, another pullback and continue to keep pushing more higher and tag that top. Okay, so you don't have setup right now, all right, because because on Friday we have seen some strong moves, and because of that we are having very strong impulsive moves everywhere. Market closed on strong impulsive moves, all right, means that there is no correction yet. You have to either wait for the correction, or you have to go against the correction. If you're going to go against the you have to go against the trend. If you go against the trend, that's going to be disaster, okay, and risky. So either you have to wait for the correction or need to go against the correction. Okay, so another correction, and then let me explain to you. This is a trend, okay, either you have to sell it for this move, okay, and this is the trend, or either you have to wait for this correction to happen before you're going to trade into that direction. Okay, this is risky. That's the trade against this trend, right? Because price is rising, and if you're going to do that, you have to be too good to do that, all right? And you may end up, you can lose, all right? Simply, okay, or you have to wait for this to correct, and then you may trade on that direction for more upside. So setup is not ready yet, okay? Hopefully you got the point. All right, and dollar yen, you should look for it to continue to keep dragging more lower, all right? And we were expecting correction last week to break down, all right, or go back up and test these you know, highs within that wedge and then drop. Okay, so we have seen a very sharp move. Simply it's finding its top. Dollar yen. Okay, the dollar yen is the chart you should watch for longer term to the downside. If you miss the other, you know, yen pairs, it may take some time. All right, but you know, it's all right to, I mean, for a big drop, obviously you're gonna see, you know, big wave so easily. It's definitely gonna take some time, so you should have, you know, a lot of patience for that big wave to happen. So the reason to show you this chart is that the price is trying to hold this previous chart, previous top. Okay, so the clean chart, some price action is just appearing over there. Good move. So it's finding its top over there. So the big move which we are looking is this. All right, so the reason why we are looking dollar to drop, all right, and yen to gain, all right, so because, you know, there are you know, a lot of reasons we can use over there. Okay, I mean, Bank of Japan, they are still going with the ultra loose monetary policy, which has caused that wave to happen from that previous low. All right, and the Fed is giving signal to wind up their QE program. Yeah, that's causing the dollar to go that much far away against the yen. All right, so once Bank of Japan gonna start talking about the tightening, all right, then we may see a next, you know, wave all the way back to that low. All right, means that they are still behind the rest of the major central bank. Bank of Japan is behind. They are still keeping the ultra loose monetary policy stance. All right, so once they're gonna start, once they're gonna start, you know, winding up, then price gonna start you know, pricing in. Then you're gonna see strength on the yen. So yen is already gaining, all right, but not gaining against the dollar. It's gaining against the other currencies, trying to price in for the big move, this big daily wave to happen. All right, so yeah, many reasons we can say that behind that. If I'm gonna look at this, let me pull out moving averages to let you know that where moving averages are good. Okay, so there we can see price held those moving averages, okay, and went for another leg higher. So you want to see correction over there, okay, so correction over there, that correction to happen, and then continue to keep dragging more lower. All right, if we don't see correction and we see a quick bounce off like that, okay, then go for another leg higher and then continue to keep dragging more lower. I don't see that is going to happen. All right, because there are a lot of, you know, things has happened over there over the weekend, all right, regarding the COVID. Okay, then we may see continuation for more downside. Okay, yeah, I'm showing on an 8-hour time frame right now. All right, but we may see correction on lower time frame, and then price boom, price can continue to keep dragging more lower. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, so what you should look for, simply you should wait for the price to at least come back within the moving averages. Okay, it's trying. All right, so it's trying to come back. Yeah, so let me go to the 1-hour time frame. All right, so lower time frame gonna be too small. All right, so come back within the moving averages. Okay, these moving averages to come down, price to hold that, and then break down and continue to keep dragging more lower. All right, so that's what you are looking. If you already managed to catch that trade from that top, all right, when the big sharp move was happening over the weekend, I mean on Friday, yeah, so you catch that and you're still in, you are just simply looking this to continue to keep dragging more downside. I hope that makes sense. All right, so euro yen very much over the wave. Okay, the wave which we were, you know, looking on the euro yen from the top. If you haven't seen that wave, I mean, haven't traded on that, okay, then look at that. Big ride is about to complete. Recap. So it's done now. Okay, and that's the structure which we are having right now. Okay, so as I said last week, price to hold that previous low, it is still holding. All right, and structure and formation hasn't changed since last week on this bigger time frame. Okay, we still may see another leg higher and then big drop. All right, or continuation. Okay, so that's the reason. Okay, that's the reason you see over there the euro yen big ride is about to complete. Okay, we still may see another leg higher, but we don't have price action for that. Okay, price is trying to hold. There was a short term one more leg lower trade over there last week. All right, and that has happened. Now price is trying to hold this previous low. All right, and you know, I would suggest you to stay away for a while from the euro yen. Okay, if you guys, there were a lot of good moves. I mean, those who have just joined us recently. Okay, let me find a chart for you. Okay, if you wanna you wanna find a trade on this chart now, okay, you are trying to mess up with yourself. Okay, look at that. When the trade setup was setting up over there, all right, this move was setting up over there. That was the time. All right, that was the time to chase it. And if you want to find a trade over there when price is sitting over there, you are just simply messing up with yourself. You don't understand that what market has done, what it is doing right now, okay, and what it may do next. You don't know. You have no idea if you are trying to find a setup over there right now. Okay, so that's the reason I'm saying that stay away. Let the price give you a clear sign that what's going to come over there, and then trade. There were, just go and look at this. Okay, look at this. How many times I have posted that short-term opportunity one. That there was the previous one. Okay, another short-term opportunity. Yeah, and another short-term continuation opportunity. All right, and this one as well. So breakdown weekly or weekly wave. All right, so a lot of within the last 1 month, a lot of good opportunities were there on this chart. So what to do next? All right, so the next is to either stay away and wait for this to completely crack that area, crack that place, okay, and pull back and then continue, or give us a strong bounce off over there for similar kind of pattern which I have just asked you to look for on the Australian dollar and US dollar before continue to keep dragging more lower. Okay, on lower time frame, price is still holding that low. All right, still not going beyond that. All right, and you are simply looking this to hold that previous low right now. All right, so if you are looking to buy the euro against the yen, that wasn't the best best chart to trade for the upside. The best chart to buy the euro was the New Zealand dollar last week. Euro CAD, right? Or Euro Australian dollar. Okay, so we're gonna look at that. We're gonna check those charts too. Yes, there you should look for. Okay, there you should pay attention. If you miss this move, this is the chart. Okay, these 3 charts, 4 charts, you still can chase. Okay, these 5 charts. Okay, these 5 charts still tradable. CAD yen, still potential there. Aussie yen, still potential there. Kiwi yen, still potential there. Pound yen, still potential there. Chief yen, still potential there. Okay, so these 5 charts still tradable. You miss the euro yen, you still can trade on them. So now let's look at the daily one quickly. Okay, so what wave we were looking for? That's the wave. All right, so let me quickly show you one thing. All right, so when I was talking about that bearish wave is going to come. Okay, if I'm gonna look at the pound yen chart, pound yen video analysis. There you go. All right, so this is the video analysis when the pound yen was rising. Okay, pound yen is setting up for a big quick drop, the drop which we are having right now. All right, so 1.1500 people have just seen that video. All right, and 1900 people. Okay, this is the time when pound was rising against the yen, and people were freaking out that what's going to happen, right? This is when I posted those videos. All right, and I was telling that this is going to come and you should prepare for that. Now this is happening. People are not interested anymore in this chart. All right, and if you're going to look at the pound yen video analysis, all right, so viewership dropped. Okay, but they missed the move. All right, they simply missed. They missed the wave. All right, that's the wave which is just happening right now over there, which I was warning from that top. All right, this is going to come. So anyway, what was the last week? That was the trade. All right, the trade which has happened. Okay, let me bring the chart. Okay, so if you remember the previous week video analysis, then you must have traded on that, right? When I asked you to guys look for pullback was happening over there on lower time frame. Let that to complete and breakout to come, and we are within this wave right now. Okay, what's next? Potentially still there. Okay, so your target is this, as shown in the previous video, a weekly analysis. Okay, so potential hasn't finished yet or ended yet. Okay, so you still got a couple of more pips left over there. Yeah, almost we can say that 200 pips potential is still there. This is the low you are targeting. All right, this is the low, or that low. This is the low you are targeting. So still 200 pip move, 200 pip potential left over there. Okay, so this is secondary. We are not talking about that. We may see that. When that's going to happen, we'll talk about that. What you are looking right now, a slightly, let me pull out example and an example for you so that you guys can understand that what to do. Okay, so we may see that kind of correction over there. If that comes, you are looking just to break out that. All right, like that. Okay, so this correction, similar kind of correction to appear over there. All right, so that correction to appear over there, slightly more push up. Okay, so let me make it more easy for you. All right, so it came, tested moving averages, correction, and just simply broke out. All right, so if you want to make it more simple, all right, so this correction to push up, okay, and you come down, okay, and just repeat this move over there and then crash. All right, so if you are in, you are simply looking to just keep pushing more lower. All right, the chart which I have just shown you there. All right, this chart, you are not looking for correction. Okay, you are looking the target. Okay, if you are not in, then you are looking for the 1 hour time frame pullback before you are going to do anything over there on this chart. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. All right, so you are looking that correction, and then you are looking this potential to catch. All right, if you are already in, you are not looking that correction. All right, you're looking this target. All right, because news which has happened over there over the weekend, that can continue to keep dragging more lower quickly back to that previous low. Hopefully that makes sense for you guys. Okay, so potential is there. You still can chase that pound yen. All right, and CAD yen. Okay, CAD yen. Yeah, we got more potential on the CAD yen as with compared to the pound yen or the the others. All right, so there is the potential, guys. You should look for this trade. Okay, so we had explained that in the previous video or weekly analysis, what to do on the CAD yen. Okay, so if I'm gonna pull out CAD yen chart, all right, so we were looking for this to hold that trend. Okay, now this move has happened simply. Okay, so short-term target was there, entry was there. Okay, and crash is simply just happened over there. Okay, but potential is still there. All right, so potential is still there to catch more on the CAD yen on this 4-hour time frame. Okay, how much pips still left over there? Almost 400 pip move still can appear over there on this chart. 400 pip move. How to look for? Just simple, you know, copy paste stuff like the euro yen, which I have just shown you. Okay, another correction, and then you chase. If you are not in, okay, if you are already in when breakout was happening, or the video which I have just shown there, okay, to look for that trade. All right, this move, that video, if you already catch that trade or caught that trade, okay, then you are looking that to continue to keep pushing more lower CAD yen. All right, so if not in 1 hour time frame pullback to happen, and that move. All right, still 400 pip, you know, potential is left over there, so you shouldn't miss the potential there. You see there? Okay, or I can tell you in a different way, yeah, and you guys can understand more easily that way. Okay, so there you see. Okay, so there you see price has closed below those moving averages. Okay, so price is still trying to break below those moving averages here on the CAD yen. Okay, so this is clearly giving you a similar kind of potential over there on the CAD yen. Look at that potential, that wave you are trying to catch on the CAD yen. All right, this wave back to that low. Right, so euro yen is just hitting those floors, that area. So that's what you are looking on the CAD yen. Hopefully, oh, it's clear for you. Okay, and same gonna be over there. Yeah, it has gone. All right, so it has, you know, also gone, broken down. All right, but the target gonna be that. All right, target gonna be that. Still potential is there, but not like CAD yen. All right, CAD yen potential is almost 400 pip move. Okay, so there we can see 300 pip move over there on the Aussie yen. Okay, if I'm gonna pull out my moving averages, this has gone below. All right, but CAD yen is still staying above those moving averages. A close below or already. Okay, so the setup was there. All right, so there we had that opportunity on Aussie yen. All right, and we do have that opportunity on let me try to bring that chart if I have posted. Okay, so I think I have already shared that chart on Telegram. Okay, so even I have shown you that trade as well in the previous weekly market outlook. Okay, that wave has happened. All right, and that wave is just happening now. It happened over there over the weekend. Okay, that was the previous chart. Okay, and that was the trade. Okay, so Aussie yen is just simply going down. All right, so what to do next? Potential is still there. Okay, analysis is very much simple. Like the other Aussie yen pairs, if you already caught that trade from that top, you are not waiting for this to happen. You are looking this to continue. Okay, continue to keep pushing more lower. That's your target. All right, and if you are not in, then you shouldn't chase that. Okay, at this you should hope for this to happen so that you can catch that move. Okay, so clear, easy analysis. There is no complications, and the potential is still there. You can chase these moves. All right, can chase that trade. Okay, so pull back and then, otherwise you miss the move. You miss the show simply if you are not in. Yeah, I was, you know, showing these trades way before that happened, right? For that you, all right, so okay, so when, let me Yeah, there you got the daily chart. All right, so this is almost a month work, all right? A month work, all right? This wave, we were preparing that for that move to happen a month, a month ago. All right, now you may miss that show. Okay, so same goes with this chart. Hopefully you caught that trade too, guys. All right, so last week there was a short-term continuation trade on this chart. All right, and I have even shown that trade in the weekly market outlook. All right, so this was the short-term trade. All right, and then price, keep dragging lower after the raid the CN. Okay, even I have told you guys, look for New Zealand dollar to drop after the raid the CN. So it has, exactly happened that way, the way I was talking to you. All right, so broken out, slightly bigger correction, and boom, it's just keep dragging more lower. Okay, so do we have potential on this chart to catch? Yes, we do have, right? So we do have more, still potential on this chart. Okay, they can continue to keep dragging lower all the way back to that low, right? Let me remove that. Okay, so daily target gonna be that floor, right? So this is dropping. Okay, so testing that channel line, and the target gonna be that. Okay, this is gonna be the target. You still can chase that. Okay, means that potential is still there, guys. Okay, the potential is almost close to 300 moves still left on this chart. Yeah, how to do that? Again, simple analysis, nothing complex. You have to, if you are in, you looking at that to continue as shown in the last week weekly analysis. Okay, if you are not in, then let the price at least give you that correction and then you join. Yeah, the development, again, the development which has happened over there over the weekend, yeah, it is possible that gonna see that correction and price simply gonna crash, and that possibility exists over there. All right, and if that happens, then you simply miss the move. Don't chase that, only get in once correction appears over there. Okay, or you simply miss the move. We have seen that there. You should pay attention. Okay, if you miss the rest of the yen pairs trades, okay, let's say you haven't caught that, yeah, this trade, you haven't caught that trade, you haven't caught that trade. All right, so all of these 5 charts, you haven't caught those 5 charts, because there these 2 charts still left. All right, so dollar yen chart still left and chief yen chart still left for you to catch. All right, so the target on the chief yen gonna be 118, 118. All right, 118, that low, or 117.50. Okay, that's going to be the target. Simple. All right, there you still can chase. Okay, so the longer term move, we're expecting it to go all the way back to that low, but definitely it's not going to happen in a one day. Okay, for the next couple of days, 2 weeks or months. Okay, the move you are looking on this chart is that. Okay, there you can chase. There you can chase. Again, dollar yen. Dollar is a safe haven. Again, let me tell you the logic why these are not falling like the others, like the CAD yen, like the Aussie yen, like the Kiwi yen. All right, let me tell you the logic why. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar, CAD. Okay, these 3 currency, and euro. All right, and the 5th one is the pound. All 4 currencies are risk on currencies. Okay, what is meant by risk on? Okay, these currencies rise when there is a when people are buying the risk on assets. Okay, these currencies goes higher. Okay, and these currencies, these 5 currencies goes down when there is a risk of move, or when there is some kind of uncertainty into the market and people taking their money away from the assets and trying to save themselves from the uncertainties. Okay, and they put their money in the safe havens. All right, so, and that's the reason. Okay, and that's the reason you see dollar goes higher during uncertain times, and yen goes higher, or chief goes higher in the uncertain times. All right, now we have seen that the risk on 5 risk on currencies going down against the yen. All right, yen is gaining against these 5 currencies because we are having uncertainty into the market. All right, but the yen is not gaining against these two currencies, chief and dollar, because these two currencies are also safe haven, chief and dollar. These two currencies are also safe haven and gaining at the same time when the yen is gaining. All right, so which is creating a divergence. All right, so we call that divergence, or you can say that the lag. Okay, all right, so these moves are creating lag. All right, chief yen going higher, dollar yen going higher, but the rest of the yen pairs going down. Divergence. Okay, I mean diverting, they are going in a different direction. All right, that means the currencies which are going in a different direction, they're gonna fall very quickly and gonna follow the rest of the 5 currencies. All right, 2 currencies going in a different direction, which is chief and dollar yen, and the rest of the 5 going in a different direction. All right, so the 2 gonna also quickly gonna follow the other 5 currencies. All right, so opportunities being created. That's how opportunities market create opportunities. Okay, and you need to understand that. I need to pick that. Okay, so you are looking this move to happen. Okay, so still potential is there. If I'm gonna make my analysis more simple, you are looking price to stay simple analysis. Okay, if you remember the previous weekly video analysis, weekly market outlook analysis. All right, so what I was saying within those videos, price to stay below those moving averages. Okay, so same analysis apply on this chart. Price to simply stay below that red line. Okay, so that moving average and continue to keep dragging more lower. Okay, I don't think I need to talk about that a lot now. Okay, all right, so hopefully you understand that any pullback within the moving averages, you are looking this to happen. All right, and now let's look at the EuroCAD. EuroCAD also bounced off very nicely, and I think I have explained that in the previous video analysis, weekly analysis. All right, and the move, longer term move we are looking is the bullish. All right, so let me bring the EuroCAD chart. All right, so the trade on this chart is very much similar like the Euro New Zealand dollar chart. Okay, so Euro New Zealand dollar chart, I have shared that chart on the trading view and on the Telegram as well. All right, I haven't shared the EuroCAD, but last week, we were expecting a EuroCAD to simply just bounce off like the Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, because EuroCAD was staying behind. All right, now we can see across the market that the euro is gaining while the others are falling. Nothing new. All right, the reason is very much simple, that the euro was the first which was losing its value in 2 weeks before. All right, and there was the opportunity. Okay, where was the opportunity? There was the opportunity on the EuroCAD. All right, the opportunity. So that trade happened. All right, even I have shown you that in the previous video analysis and an update. And the EuroCAD is rising right now. All right, so that was 4-hour time frame. What you are looking, the move is already has happened over there. Price is just reversed from that floor very aggressively. We can see over there. Okay, now what you are looking on this chart, the target, if I'm gonna there you can chase. Okay, if you miss the other opportunities, there are still potential on these charts. Okay, that's going to be the target you are looking on the EuroCAD or medium term. Longer term target is much higher. Price bounced off very aggressively. Short term target is already reached over there on the EuroCAD. Okay, so any pullback you see over there going to be a buy opportunity over there all the way back to that previous top. All right, or if I'm going to make it more simple, all right, so let the price to fall back within the moving averages. Okay, as I said, guys, so if you haven't bought that from there, you simply miss the best price on the EuroCAD. All right, and wouldn't suggest you to chase it from the current price. Okay, just look at that. It's being traded at 1.45 almost. All right, it was sitting 1.48 1.4180. all right. Okay, so if I'm gonna check the pips, it's gone almost 320 pips. Yeah, 2.30%, almost 30% strength we have already seen on it. All right, so what you can do, you miss the reversal, but you can chase the continuation. Okay, and the potential is still all the way back to that top. All right, so any pullback as shown on one lower time frame, just watch these. Okay, or if I'm gonna make it more easy for you as an example, okay, then look at this chart happening. This strength is happening over there on the Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, so just follow these corrections, copy paste stuff. Okay, so you see there the price gave you enough time there on these charts, on Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, you see that, enough time to chase that reversal on the Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, so similar again, you are watching at least, you know, a deeper pullback like that. Okay, a deeper pullback to come, price to go fall back within the moving averages and decent correction, and start looking for this kind of, you know, buy opportunities there on the Euro CAD all the way back to the previous top. Okay, so if I'm gonna go to the 1 hour time frame, you're not gonna see that, you know, I mean, you see over there, okay, you see decent nice correction, okay, but it's more clear on your lower time frame rather than following it on a 1 hour time frame. All right, or just let's stick to the 1 hour time frame like that. Okay, so 1 hour time frame pullback, similar one. All right, hold the moving averages and then give you that kind of continuation. In case if that correction is not going to appear, okay, and price is pulling back all the way back to this low, right, you're having another chance to catch the buy opportunity on the Euro CAD. All right, okay guys, let me teach you something. Okay, so let me teach you. Let's look at there. All right, so if I'm gonna look at this chart and gonna pull out the CAD chief, let's just remove there all these drawings. Okay, let's just remove all these drawings. Okay, if I'm gonna check that where the price is right now on the CAD chief, okay, and I'm gonna pull out the same date on the 22nd of August. All right, so 22nd of August comes within that weekly candle. All right, so let's go to the daily time frame. There is 2nd of August. Okay, so this is the potential you are looking. Okay, there. Okay, this is the potential you are looking for. All right, so this move, as I mean, need to tell you another thing here. Okay, so CAD chief and Euro CAD both moves opposite. Okay, when CAD chief is falling, you're gonna see Euro CAD gonna go higher. All right, when Euro CAD is falling, you're gonna see CAD chief gonna go higher. All right, again, the logic behind that is very much simple. All right, the logic which I used earlier for the risk on and risk off, you know, moves for the for the yen pairs, that applies here too. All right, Euro is a weaker currency. All right, Euro is also a safe haven, both kind of currency. All right, it is being used as a safe haven and it is being used as a risk on currency as well. All right, but the chief has a, you know, one significant, you know, we can say that title, and that's a safe haven. All right, so chief is gaining, all right, quicker than the euro. All right, and CAD is falling against that sharply. All right, and that's creating this room, this you know, the room which we are having over there. Okay, so strength on the chief against the CAD is telling us that Europe is going to get stronger in coming days. All right, and the currency in the Europe is also going to get stronger. So the the situation in Europe is going to get you know, or we can say that euro is going to get stronger too, like the chief has done. Okay, because both currencies mostly follow each other. Chief and euro both follow each other. When chief gets stronger, we see strength on the euro too. All right, so this is still going to give you some, you know, room over there to chase it. Okay, if you haven't, you know, traded on this chart, yeah, this chart, then you still can chase that move, guys. Okay, or in or let me tell you in a different way as well, if you haven't understand that. All right, so the chart I'm going to pull out is going to be the euro New Zealand dollar. Where is that? There you go. All right, so euro New Zealand dollar is about to, I mean, let me look at it in a different way. Okay, so euro has gained against the New Zealand dollar with almost 3.40, and it has gained there almost 2.25. All right, or 500 pip move we have seen over there. Okay, or we have just seen 300 pip move over there. Okay, so yeah, so still potential is over there on this chart, right? Or let me make it more simple. Okay, if you don't understand that, this is the structure. That's expanding triangle. Price is running into that. Okay, this is the expanding triangle. All right, same pattern. Daily correction was there. Daily correction was there. Okay, price is just bouncing off. Bounced off already. Gone higher. Okay, so price still the cash still to reach that expanding triangle top. Okay, good luck, and hopefully you realize that there is still potential. So pullbacks on lower time frame, the way I have explained, 15-minute to 1 hour. 1 hour time frame pullback gonna be perfect. Okay, so cat chief is gone, we can say that. All right, and if I'm gonna pull out yeah, a daily, I'm just simply showing you same trade again, guys, on the euro CAD, the trade which I was showing you on the cat chief. If I'm gonna pull out the cat chief chart, daily cat chief chart. All right, and all right, look at this daily cat chief chart. Okay, it was sitting over there at that top, and if I'm gonna reverse this chart, all right, at that time it was sitting over there at that floor, like the way EuroCAD is sitting right now. Okay, and we have just simply seen that blistering move over there. Okay, so this is the correction which I'm talking about over there on the EuroCAD to appear. All right, or if I'm gonna pull out on a 1 hour time frame, and I'm gonna look at that you know, inverted chart again. Okay, so I mean, this kind of pullback to appear over there. Yeah, this kind of pullback on EuroCAD, and continue. Right, so let's move on this chart. So you shouldn't do anything on this chart. You may miss that move. Okay, you are, though, if you are still holding the move from the top, okay, you are looking this to finish the move there. Okay, or like I have explained, the yen pairs. Okay, a 1 hour time frame pullback to happen and price to just finish the target. Okay, 1 hour time frame pullback and finish the target. That's the target. This is still there. Okay, you know, you shouldn't chase that, guys. This is not a best chart, cat chief chart for continuation trades. Okay, at such levels. All right, so the last week, you know, last week chart. Let me bring that last week chart. Last week we were expecting this formation, if you remember. Okay, this flat formation, and that happened, and then price just simply, you know, went for the next wave. All right, so a slightly a different formation, flat formation, wasn't flat or running flat, we can say that. Okay, so the move potentially still there. Okay, the lower time frame potential is still there all the way back to that low. Pound chief, same like the cat chief. Okay, so flat formation. All right, go back up, hold that and continue. Not a best pair. All right, this is not a best pair, and wouldn't suggest you to do anything. All right, but I'm looking this to continue to keep dragging lower. Okay, where is the 20 October lows? All right, so 20 October lows gonna be somewhere there. All right, so I'm looking this to just keep dragging lower. If that pullback comes, okay, this flat formation comes, then continue to keep dragging lower. All right, just continue to, come on, continue to keep dragging more lower all the way. We're gonna finish that wave. Not a best pair, all right, but if that comes, that flat formation move comes, then you're looking this to continue to keep dragging lower. Where you pay attention, okay, there you pay attention. This is the chart, okay, this is not the chart, it's gone. All right, it's gone. Okay, there you can see, okay, price is just reversed on the pound chief from this bottom. All right, and if I'm going to look at the euro pound, still to catch, okay, it's still sitting at the floor, still sitting at the bottom, right, this bottom, and this wave still to come, or at least price to, or let's look at the lower time frame. All right, so if I'm gonna look at the lower time frame, hopefully you catch that, you caught that trade, you caught that chart last week. As I said last week, you are looking it to bounce off and reverse. It bounced off, reversed nicely and pushing higher. Okay, this move to complete there, or at least break out that and push that much higher. If not the longer term wave, all right, that wave is not coming, then it can happen. All right, it can happen. It can rise very, very quickly, guys. Yeah, you may not get enough time to chase that. Yeah, if COVID related issues are going to get worse, all right, then we may see this kind of move, quick boom, aggressive move can happen over there like that. And this is the most depressed pair right now, all right, because of the euro. All right, pound is also losing, but the euro is not gaining against the pound at the moment, and the reason is we are having that channel prices being pressed to the downside, but euro is trying to hold these levels and trying to break it for the upside. The lower the pound shift goes, the quicker, the stronger the move we're gonna have on this pair aggressively for upside like that. All right, and can reach or let me tell you in a different way, the prices are being, some pairs are testing the October lows. All right, like I have shown you the Australian dollar or a couple of others, yeah, chief pairs, euro, Aussie chief and Kiwi chief, they're being, prices are testing that 20 October highs. Okay, but this is still sitting over there, so it has to go and break through that channel sharply to reach to that top and balance the market. All right, so we may see that quick sharp aggressive move at any time for upside. So that's the reason. Okay, that's the reason every time when you see that the price is coming close to these lows, all right, okay, that's the reason you see most of my chart are buys. Okay, and every time when I'm sharing, prices reversing. All right, so prices are reversing from these lows. So if not the longer term, then at least you should catch the short term trade. All right, like up within that channel, so you will be able to catch that. And once price gonna break out very, very aggressively, boom, you're gonna be into that. So it's reversing from the lows, okay, and breaking out these corrections. All right, so if you already caught that from this low grade, if you haven't caught that, then at least correction, wait for that, wait for price to pull back within the moving averages. All right, and then you are trying to get into the market. Okay, so let the price pull back and then you are looking, otherwise you already missed the move from the lows. All right, yeah, there you should pay attention rather than the pound chief. Okay, so this pair is not going to change this formation anytime soon. I mean downside is less likely and more breakout going to be more likely. All right, so last week we were expecting this to continue, break out the 4-hour time frame correction, it broken, and this week we are expecting it to just continue to keep pushing more higher. Okay, so the target gonna be the top. Okay, this is what I have shown you in the previous, you know, weekly market. All right, and you are simply looking that to continue. Okay, so short-term target was that's happened, and the next wave is just appearing over there. All right, so you are looking this to continue to keep pushing more higher up to that top. Yeah. Okay, so if you chased, if you already caught that, great. If you haven't caught that, then missed. All right, then you should look for price to pull back for another time, like the way it has done previously, at least another 4-hour time frame correction to happen, or and then, or any, you know, small correction you see on your lower time frame, you are simply looking this to just keep pushing more higher. All right, any for 1-hour time frame correction, and when moving averages come, hold the price, you are looking price to stay above the moving averages and continue to keep pushing more higher. I have, you know, ask you to, in the previous weekly market outlook, ask you to watch price to stay above the moving averages, and it's staying simply. Same goes with this chart. Okay, it's more sharp than the pound Australian dollar, and the reason I told you the interest rate, yeah, even, you know, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand, they raised the interest rate last week, but New Zealand dollar dropped after that. All right, the logic behind the currency strength and weakness is the interest rate. If interest rate goes higher, currency should go higher too. All right, if interest rate goes down, currency should go down too. But that hasn't happened last week. We have seen, you know, higher interest rate in the New Zealand, but currency went down. Why that happened? All right, the reason, you know, is very much simple for that, because the currency priced in heavily. Okay, the rates on New Zealand, you know, there, okay, 2-year government bonds rates went higher very quickly, very sharply. Okay, but the real rates, or the nominal rates, we can say, I mean, the Reserve Bank of New Zealand target rate was sitting at the 50. All right, and then they raise it up to 75. Okay, there is the interest rate in the New Zealand right now. All right, that didn't move the New Zealand dollar. Right, this didn't move the New Zealand dollar. What moved the New Zealand dollar? This move. All right, this move, which has already happened. So people priced in the New Zealand dollar strength, or this move which came over there in the New Zealand last week. All right, so this hike, you know, was the sell opportunity after the facts. All right, when there is the interest rate and New Zealand dollar went lower. So that's the reason behind that. Okay, so where we were, which chart we were looking at? Oh, New Zealand dollar. Do we have opportunity on it? Yes, we do have. Okay, any pullback you see over there, yeah, 1-hour time frame to 4-hour time frame pullback within the moving averages, guys. Moving average is gonna make your life more easy. Before that, you have seen my charts were clean, but now you may understand that what I'm talking about, why I'm talking about the moving averages corrections. Okay, you see these corrections, okay, and you are looking another one, and price to just continue its trend for more upside. Pound CAD, again, healthy moving averages. Last week I was talking about this to hold and go higher. This is also a same chart, okay, like Euro CAD. You know, short-term target on the pound CAD has already reached. All right, but the longer term potential is still there on the pound CAD. If I'm gonna pull out the pound CAD chart, all right, so it's very much similar like the Euro New Zealand chart or the Euro CAD chart. Okay, the move, this is the pound CAD. Okay, so you look in this to go all the way back to that high, this high pound CAD to just continue. So we have already seen, we have seen that chart, I think last week in the weekly market outlook, and I think this short-term chart too. All right, we have seen, I think, that short-term chart too. So if I'm gonna, you know, look at the target, okay, the target you are looking is the previous top. Okay, so it may go slow to that top, all right, not a quick move, or whatever, like this way, okay, but whatever the way it goes there, you are looking just simply continuation for more upside. Okay, if any pullback comes over there, then continue. Deeper pullback gonna be perfect. All right, fall back and then continue. So don't chase the price at these areas. If it keeps rising, let that go. Okay, so do we have more potential on this chart? Okay, if already caught that trade, great. If haven't caught that trade, then missed the very good opportunity. Okay, so that was the 1 hour time frame, daily time frame. Okay, so the target is this. Okay, that's the price, 172 you are targeting if you are already caught the trade from the lows. All right, that's the chart. Is there any potential left on this chart? There is still potential left on this chart. All right, so if I'm gonna, you know, invert that chart, and let's go to there. So if I'm gonna invert that chart, okay, and I'm gonna pull out another one, and that's the New Zealand dollar. Okay, so New Zealand dollar again, same guys, like I have shown you the other one. Okay, New Zealand dollar is sitting over there at that price. All right, so New Zealand dollar is sitting over there at that price on that day, on this day. That's your target on the Euro New Zealand dollar. Okay, so almost a similar pattern formation you have seen there. Okay, almost similar, but bit sharp formation was there. All right, on Euro New Zealand dollar, same pattern. All right, but sharp one, because we have seen more weaknesses on the New Zealand euro against the New Zealand dollar. Okay, so this pattern, I mean, price is sitting at this low, all right, and you are still having a potential over there at that low. All right, so you still can chase that to continue. Okay, what way? All right, so let me go to the lower time frame and pull out some moving averages on this chart. All right, and let's do the same with this. All right, so there we have seen plenty of corrections, okay, on the New Zealand dollar and US dollar. I'm expecting a quick move on the Euro New Zealand dollar to just keep going, finish the move like the New Zealand dollar has just done. Okay, so you are simply looking any correction you see over there, okay, any pullback like that. All right, any pullback comes over there on the Euro New Zealand dollar, it's going to be a sell opportunity. Okay, so we have seen, you know, multiple pullbacks on the New Zealand dollar against the dollar. All right, and boom, going. All right, so and some recent one we have seen small pullbacks, very much similar, like I mean, same we can say that there. All right, so yeah, it tested that low, but any pullback we see over there on the New Zealand dollar, yeah, that's going to be the opportunity for you to catch. Okay, let's make it correct one, and or let me draw some, you know, trend lines. Right, or even if we are going to see a deeper pullback, all right, not like 1 hour, or going to be a 4 hour time frame pullback, okay, still going to be a great opportunity to catch. Okay, pullback, all right, so another pullback and breakout, right, simple breakout. Yes, potential is there, so you don't need to be confused that either price gonna go to that much far away or not, or this or that. No, there is potential. Okay, just you know, time your entry really well, all right, and yes, one way direction, that's the, and yes, make sure you are having a reasonable risk. Okay, do not risk everything on a one trade. this is gonna be, this should be a normal trade for you like other trades. All right, so do not, you know, do not over risk on a single trade. All right, and that's the potential you are looking. Deeper pullback comes, still chaseable, like the New Zealand dollar chart. All right, hope that makes sense, guys. Same. All right, but wouldn't suggest you to do anything on it. All right, last week we were expecting the daily correction to break out. Okay, broke out, testing that, still may drop all the way back to that low, but you know, not a best here, we can say that right now. Okay, or let's, you know, stick to the same, you know, yeah. So let me again look at the New Zealand dollar and US dollar chart. Okay, 4-hour time frame. Okay, so same pattern. You see there, simple ABC move, simple ABC move. All right, and New Zealand dollar is sitting there. Okay, this is sitting there. All right, so the move which was there last week, breakout, okay, that has happened, and testing that low. So it's also very much similar like the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Okay, wait for the correction, simply wait for another pullback. If it comes, then you are looking this to continue. All right, continue like other Kiwi pairs. Okay, so this broke out too. All right, and you are just simply looking for the price to stay within these moving average sideways market. Okay, price to hold and just go back up, test that top bottom and go back up. That's what you are looking. Be careful on this chart, not a best chart right now. All right, so trade with care. Okay, so this is also not a best chart right now while having the fundamental analysis. So yeah, so trade with care. All right, so what looking, another move back to that channel. All right, so Aussie chief, same like the Australian dollar, pull back within the moving averages and continue to keep dragging lower. Target going to be the 20 October lows. All right, so if I'm going to pull out 1 hour time frame, all right, so you are looking another pullback. All right, so pullback to come and continue 1 hour time frame. Okay, so you see, you know, Friday closed strong bearish. You see that aggressive move almost everywhere. All right, so Friday closed very strong bearish, risk off week. All right, and this to continue to keep pushing more higher too, guys. Okay, so what's the target? The target is this, yeah, or at least that top. Go down to the last week we were expecting breakout or ABC move. Okay, this kind of ABC move or breakout, simple breakout is just there. So the analysis is very much simple for next week. Price moved away, make sure you trade with care. Okay, if you miss the bottom, so again pullback needed over there. All right, so that pullback needed for more upside, at least 1 hour time frame, like I have asked you to look for on the Euro New Zealand dollar, but potential is there. Okay, so Euro Chief, someone was asking for the Euro Chief. Okay, guys, trade with care. Euro Chief is not finding its floor yet. All right, and we do have a lot of room over there on the Euro Chief for more downside. I'm expecting a pullback on the Euro Chief, but trade with care. All right, trade with care. Right now, I don't see any buy opportunity. I only see that the Euro Chief is just keep dropping lower. So I'm simply going to ignore and going to move on. Okay, so dollar rand to just keep climbing. Any pullback you see over there on the dollar rand, just continue. All right, so countries are banning flights or travel from the South Africa, 7 or 8 countries right now. Okay, if that's going to extend, we may see more run on the dollar against the rand. Okay, and it can even, I'm expecting it to go beyond that 19 longer term, but that may take some time. All right, so like the way that wave happened, so price may go beyond that, but gonna take a lot of time. Okay, so what to do? Simple, guys. Just keep following the correction. You see, if you're trading on it, do not go against the trend. The trend is very much strong for longer term. Weekly trend is very much strong. Just need to identify the pullbacks. Okay, if pullback come like this previous one, you are looking breakout to happen and continue to keep pushing more higher. You don't have opportunity right now on it. Okay, again, as said, Friday closed strong, risk off. That's the reason those moves are showing sharp continuation for more upside. If any pullback comes, you are simply looking them to continue to keep pushing more higher. Okay, so we do have more potential on it. The top is there, still can run for more upside. Just be careful because move has already happened. You need to be really sharp and smart to catch the continuation for more upside. Okay, this is also going higher. All right, and taking the next bullish wave for upside. Same analysis like the dollar rand. That's the top for longer term target. All right, price found its floor over there. A lot of buyers were sitting over there, and the next wave is happening over there. Okay, so any pullback, if any pullback comes over there, gonna be a deeper pullback, 4-hour time frame pullback, guys. Do not chase the 1-hour time frame pullback. Okay, because the price has moved sharply for upside, it can continue to keep rising. All right, you're gonna be lucky if you're gonna buy it right now and price keeps rising. You're gonna be lucky. All right, so the best again strategy is to let the pullback to happen and then price to break out. Do not chase the run. Okay, if price is already running, let that run. You miss the spot. What is the spot? To get into the market when the correction is happening. All right, and you have to let that correction to finish. Once that finished, all right, and about to break, that's the timing. That's the timing to get in. All right, so always before a big run or big aggressive move, price goes into consolidation or accumulation. All right, the accumulation period is the period where you should try to get into the market. All right, and timing is very important at accumulation period. All right, that's the accumulation period, we can say that, or correction. Okay, before this breakout happens, it took a lot of time, and that price action happened all the time, on every single asset. Price, whatever the asset is, either it is the currency, commodity, or stock or cryptocurrencies. This happened, all right, because there are buyer and sellers on every single assets. All right, so when buyers are in control, all right, they keep the trend in bullish, right? But slowly sellers start to jump into the market when they're when they increase the buyers. Okay, then we see reversal. All right, so it happens all the time. Buyers and sellers, this is the fighting period, we can say that, when buyers and sellers were fighting. Yeah, and eventually buyers won there. That's the areas or the price where buyer won. All right, now buyers are in control, right? And they need to be in control for the price to keep pushing more higher. Okay, so where that period can happen, that's where you need to understand the technical to figure it out, that where buyers and sellers are fighting to reverse the price. Okay, so you see that price action very often on the cryptocurrencies, on the coins. Okay, there is fighting going on again. All right, so sellers were in control, fighting is going on, buyers trying to reverse. All right, trying to reverse. Soon we're gonna see that aggressive move, and buyers gonna win the war. All right, same analysis like last week, nothing new. This is the most underrated pair right now. All right, and potential is there on this pair for longer term. Any new low you see over there gonna be a longer term buy opportunity, guys, or sharp breakup. Make it more simple rather than talking about a lot on it. So any new low you see over there, you are looking this to hold and break for upside. Yeah, those are the currencies, guys. Now let's look at the oil. Okay, oil gone down. last week. Okay, I have spoken about the oil on lower time frame as well. Look at that. Look at the comment section. Wrong, bro. Have no idea at all. This guy wrong, bro. Look at previous years. This guy has no. This is even going below $50. All right, oil is not going to stay at the current price. Even it is going below $50. So people comment on my chart, but I mean, sometimes it shows me that they are completely, ignorant. So what's happening on oil right now, guys? Oil is just simply dropping and closed very, very aggressively bearish last week, okay? And correction happened and broke out and was setting up for that from that top. All right, so still there is potential to catch the oil on lower time frame. Okay, again, pull back on lower time frame, 1 hour time frame pullback, and it to crash all the way up to 60. 60 to 60 is a price to watch. We may find a bottom on oil at that price, okay? And if so, then another leg can happen over there. Okay, I'm not anticipating this move to happen, all right? The big, aggressive sell-off all the way back to 30 or within these areas, all right? So I don't see this is going to come right now. This is a short-term uncertainty which we are having right now in the market, all right? The new COVID. And that gonna go away right after the start of the next year, all right? And we may see some strength again. I mean, simply this is going to be a buy the dip opportunity on stock market, all right? Hope that makes sense. Hope you guys understand that. We're gonna look at the stock. As if you remember that last week I was talking consistently almost on all stocks that the correction is due on the stock, and we are having that correction on the stock. Okay, so oil is also dropping. You are looking oil to hold that area, okay? Do not break down that. Short-term trade is still possible. Hold that, and you may see another buy opportunity for short to medium term on oil. Okay, oil can go back. Oils, why still buy for medium term? The reason is very much simple. As long as OPEC countries are not releasing enough supply, then no one can drop the oil. All right, US and China, Japan, Korea, India, they have released their reserves, oil reserves, but that news did not drop the oil. They released their reserve, strategic reserve, but oil held. Oil was strong even after that. And then what happened? COVID came, and COVID dropped the oil. All right, and we still may see some pressure on oil. Oil still can drag lower. Okay, so it can drop for another $10, $8, $10 move can happen over there. So it is still tradable. Okay, so again, 4 hour time frame trend line. Okay, let me bring that 4 hour time frame trend line. It's coming over there. Okay, so a tiny pullback. Tiny 1 hour time, tiny mean 1 hour time frame pullback to happen, and then just break out to the downside. All right, so same goes with the UK oil. I've shown you that chart too. Yeah, for timing on lower time frame last week, you are simply looking for the price to finish that formation there. Okay, this low, again, small pullback, short term trade back to that low. Do not break down that and hold and continue at another leg, test that top again. All right, so lower time frame, 1 hour time frame pullback, and form that and drop. All right, or moving averages, get back within the moving price to get back within, stay below the moving averages. Okay, first of all, come back within the 1 hour. Okay, if it goes slightly beyond that, then I don't see that bigger pullback is coming, but if it comes, then price to stay below the moving averages. All right, so let's look at the stock market, and then we're going to look at the crypto. Okay, so same pattern like oil. All right, so we still may see more downside on the stock market. Stock market hasn't shown the weaknesses we supposed to see after the COVID which hit last week, COVID news. Okay, so we still may see that. All right, and the price to hold that and then buy the dip opportunity back to that top, or 5,000 are going to be there. All right, so on lower time frame, you are any correction you see, you are looking that to continue. Yeah, so if you are trading for the downside, trade all the times. I wouldn't suggest you to short the indices, specifically the US indices. All right, US indices are very, very strong. You shouldn't, counter that trend. And even if you are doing that, okay, then trade with care. All right, this is what you are looking for the next week. Same goes with the Nasdaq 100 index. Okay, so it hasn't shown the weaknesses yet. Okay, so I'm expecting this. Yeah, on a big, last week I was talking about for a bigger correction, guys. So I'm still expecting for a bigger correction. All right, and that can happen once QE gonna end. All right, that can happen. So right now this is gonna be a buy the dip opportunity. All right, so right now maybe it is not making sense for you. This seems a big drop. All right, like 14% drop. All right, right now I'm 14% drop seems very big. All right, but I see that is going to come. All right, I see it can drop up to that much far away, but if it does, all right, so going to be a nice buy the dip opportunity back to that top. All right, same goes with the US 30. It's dropping too. Okay, let's go to the daily time frame. All right, so it can also go all the way back to these lows, slightly more downside. Okay, so hold these previous lows. Buy opportunity gonna be over there within these areas. All right, so let me show you a chart just to teach you something. Okay, so this is the trade you are looking on the US indices. Okay, we were expecting it to happen, that happened. All right, and then we were expecting it to go higher. Nasdaq 100 index. Okay, it went higher. All right, or the move, the trade you are looking is this. Okay, this is you are looking on the indices. So the US indices to finish this move first, right, back to that low. They are there right now, US indices. Okay, finish that move and then buy the dip opportunity to happen. All right, so yeah, that to drop to so Nikkei is already dropping, and Nikkei to finish its bearish move there. Okay, bear, do not go beyond that, and buy opportunity going to be over there on the Nikkei index. All right, so this is also dropping. Okay, so it can slightly drag more lower. All right, can break down this previous low. Last week I was talking about that expanding triangle to form, breakdown to come. It broken out. Correction is underway, so it slightly can go beyond these previous lows before we're gonna have a buy the dip opportunity. All right, the opportunity. So buy the dip opportunity still to come. Yeah, be careful, guys. Yeah, because the news hasn't played out yet, but the opportunity which I'm talking about on the indices is going to be quick. All right, because people were waiting for that, and it's going to be, they're going to buy very, very quickly once price going to reach to the bottom, right? And may bounce off very, very quickly for more upside. So you need to track the price on the lower time frame. All right, so that's what you're looking next, bullish wave on them. Gold. Okay, so so last week we were talking about it to push and finish the move back to that top and then drop, all right, or just simply break down sharply. So gold trade is very much clear, all right, and this is what you are looking, all right. And I was showing that bearish wave way before, All right, the gold was setting up for the bearish wave. Now that bearish wave is happening right now. Okay, but the the I mean unfortunately we did not see the formation. Okay, the formation which I was talking about, that formation flat. I was talking about the flat formation, so we didn't see this small push up. All right, we have seen that whole move, we didn't see that move. Okay, so very simple, this is the target on gold. Okay, gold to simply drop that much far away. All right, the next correction to break down and continue to keep dragging lower. All right, so right now selling gold is not making sense while stock is dropping. Okay, so stock is dropping, why selling gold? When stock goes down, gold should go higher. Yeah, bond goes higher. But right now that's not the case. All right, that's not the case right now. We are having higher yields, all right, and higher stock too at the same time. All right, so higher yield hasn't shown their effect on the stock market yet. All right, and the higher yields putting pressures on the precious metals. All right, because of that, higher rates are going to come. Because of that, gold to go down. All right, and also Fed is winding up their QE program, so that's the reason, that's the fundamentals which are, you know, pushing gold lower. All right, so this correction or price to just simply stay below those 4-hour moving averages. Okay, if I'm gonna make it more simple for you guys, stay below those moving averages and break out for the next leg to tag this previous low. Or you can see over there, this wave hasn't completed yet. Okay, so the daily wave, this wave which is just started over there, your MACD is telling you that this wave hasn't completed yet. Okay, and it can complete all the way back to that low, or at least up to this low. Okay, if you know how to trade on the gold for the continuation trade, for the downside, then trade. Otherwise, this is not a best chart for me to trade. All right, right now I wouldn't suggest you, this is not a best chart right now. Simply I have shown you many best and perfect chart than the gold. All right, many, you know, good charts. Okay, so silver, same. Last week I have shown you for this, you know, flat formation to continue to keep pushing more lower. It is in a it is in a bearish wave. Okay, so the target gonna be that, or in best case scenario, go all the way back to the previous weekly lows. Okay, so it's gone simply. Yeah, if you caught that sharp drop, all right. If you haven't caught that sharp drop, then, you know, price to just simply ignore, guys. This is not a best chart, I can say that right now. But even if you are trading on the silver, yeah, then trade precautiously. All right, I'm expecting it to keep dragging more lower. All right, so copper also drag, test the previous low. All right, so last week correction to finish, I mean it finished, all right, and it's just dropping lower. All right, and again the trade is very much gone on the copper. Yeah, we were expecting it to drop from that top, it's dropping, and now we are expecting it to finish the move there. Okay, once price gonna finish the move, watch it to hold. All right, and there gonna be a buy opportunity. All right, that buy can extend up to this top. All right, it's not ready yet. This buy is not ready yet because bearish wave to finish first at that low. Once it finished, bounce off, you are looking this to go higher. Okay, for that wave. So still continuation to the downside. All right, so now let's look at the charts, which are charts to watch. Okay, this is the chart to watch. Hopefully you have traded on this move. This is the easiest you know, pair to trade. People don't you know, want to trade on this pair, right? Because it moves very slow, but this is the most easiest pair to trade. Okay, if you don't trade on any other asset and just trade on this pair, all right, then you know, you can get enough good trades to double your return. All right, double your, you know, investment. This is the easiest pair to trade. All right, so easiest pair to trade and easiest pair to take extra risk as with compared to the other currencies or any other asset. All right, so the trade which I have shown you last week was that, okay, it has happened, gone, over now. If you caught that trade, great. All right, your target reached, short-term target is reached at 105. All right, and simply when price is close to 103, all right, when price is close to 103, yeah, we simply don't suggest to go for short on this pair, right? Whenever it comes closer to 103, 135, 135, or in best case scenario 102, it's a buy opportunity. Okay, it's a buy opportunity and you are simply looking for this to buy. So if you traded, great, you have done a good stuff. But if you haven't traded on this chart, still, you know, opportunity is there. In best case scenario, in longer term, go all the way back to that top, but we need a lot of good fundamental reasons for this pair to go that much far away. All right, so Australian, you know, rates should go higher than the New Zealand. Then we may see this pair gonna go that much far away. So it can stay, you know, at that low for a while, and the medium term target, longer term and medium term target gonna be these tops, right? But short term target is already reached. All right, and on lower time frame, you are expecting another leg lower next week. All right, another leg lower. Okay, do not trade on this chart. This trade, as I said before, when price is close to the 103, we simply don't look for short on it. Okay, but yes, when it goes, you know, close to 110 or 112 areas, there you can, you know, start looking for this to drag lower all the way back to the bottom. But right now, you know, just you can, you know, rather than buying just one trade like that, okay, you can buy a lot of, I mean, couple of, not a lot of, okay, like that, buy, you can set like that, buy a lot of, buy, just simply buy when price come there, you can do that. So all your trades not gonna stuck. Okay, your trades not gonna stuck. This is the way. Or the other way is just simply buy one when price come closer to your entry areas. Just simply buy one, put your stop, and let the price run for more upside. Okay, let the price go for your target. Okay, this is another way. Just simply take your, you know, the risk which you have, you know, planned to take that risk, put your stop loss, and let the market run. Okay, this is the second way. Or the third way, just put your, you know, use metric strategy. All right, metrics. All right, so put your first either pending order there, right, or you can trigger manually as well. All right, and put your another pending order there. Okay, put your another couple of pending orders there. All right, like that. I mean, first of all, you need to calculate your risk. Do not, you know, just simply blindly follow that. Calculate your risk and how much risk you want to take over there. First of all, calculate that. All right, and you know, put pending orders. All right, and let those pending orders run. Okay, and in case market crash like that, okay, it's going to be quick to move back. Your all pending order is going to trigger and may turn into positive overnight. Okay, so the examples are there, and it happens, you know, very often on this pair. Yeah, it comes down and sharply reverse, come down, sharply reverse, come down, sharply reverse. All right, so the pending order is going to trigger, and you're going to be in, and the best price you're going to catch. Okay, so you see there, right? Yeah, so it's hardly for this pair to break below 1. Okay, this is the low. So make sure the risk you are taking. All right, so I have, you know, explained two types of, you know, trade over there. One is you put pending orders and you keep your, you know, stop loss somewhere below this. All right, or you simply can take one trade at a one time by putting your stop loss just behind that. Okay, when price come, if you don't like, I mean, if you cannot afford that kind of risk on this chart, Okay, if you cannot afford that kind of risk, it's you know, it's not a risky pair. Even, you know, with a small account you can afford that much risk. All right, but if you cannot, then just simply stick to the one trade like that. Yeah, put your stop loss, and if it goes lower, stop you out, then try again. Right, try again and look for that trade. All right, so that way. Okay, hopefully you got the idea or the strategy to trade on this chart. Okay, so this chart is not going to let you down. Okay, so you're waiting for it to come down, hold the 103, 132, 103, whatever the price is going, but the lower the lowest the price goes, gonna be best to buy. Right, always look for this pair to buy when it comes there, when price comes there, always look for buy. Okay, so Bitcoin, I'm expecting Bitcoin to go all the way back to that low. All right, this low. Yeah, maybe it's not. Just look at the when I posted that chart, look at that, how people were commenting on this chart. All right, look at that. Just go and read those comments. And look at this chart now, where it is going right now. It's dropping. All right, so it's dropping. So those who are expecting that the Bitcoin gonna keep rising, they were not aware of the fundamental reasons which we are having now. All right, okay, so fundamental reasons are causing this Bitcoin to go down. Higher inflation was causing this to go higher. All right, and last week COVID came, everything is just crashing. It should go higher. Why it is not going higher? Okay, you know, people were expecting that Bitcoin gonna be a safe haven. When something happens in the world, investors gonna go after the Bitcoin and they're gonna save their money over there. Yeah, so Bitcoin gonna play as a safe haven. So it's not playing as a safe haven. It's dropping when the other risk on assets are dropping. So it's playing as a risk on asset right now. All right, so it's a Bitcoin is an inflationary hedge at the moment. Okay, when inflation goes higher, it goes higher. All right, Fed was printing money, it was going higher. Now Fed is saying that they're gonna restrict the inflation, it will drop. All right, so the last week development is a deflationary force. All right, because of lockdown we may see lower inflation. All right, and that can cause the Bitcoin to go more downside. All right, and that's the reason I'm expecting it to go down. Okay, when something happens in the world, investors don't like that. They want to take their money away simply from they goes into cash. All right, and that's causing the Bitcoin, whatever right now people are saying that limited supply on the Bitcoin, 21 million coins, let's just keep buying it. All right, and that's the reason many investors are using that. All right, but when something happens in the world, all right, these things are secondary. No one gonna look at that. They're gonna run after the safe havens. They're gonna try to save themselves, all right, rather than, you know, holding the assets. So there are many other reasons. You know, I have just explained a couple of deflationary forces came last week, and that driving the Bitcoin more lower. So if I'm gonna make it more simple, yeah, what to look for on the Bitcoin and how to, I mean, what is the bearish trend? You know, as long as price stay below those moving averages, it is a bearish trend. Okay, whenever it breaks up, okay, the next move is coming like this. Okay, break up the moving averages, the next move is coming back to the previous top. I'm not expecting that. All right, I might be wrong on the Bitcoin. All right, but I'm not expecting that. All right, I need to see fundamentals to develop first for the Bitcoin to keep pushing more higher. As I have shown you, more downside on the stock market. If that happens, this is not going to rise. Okay, this will continue to keep dragging more lower, and highly likely we're going to see more downside on the stock market. All right, in the coming because, you know, Fed want, you know, inflation to come down. All right, and the lockdown right now, lockdown or restriction, COVID restriction is a best strategy to bring the inflation down. All right, So lockdown, what lockdown gonna do? Lockdown gonna curb the demand. All right. So what is causing the inflation higher? We are having more demand and less supply. So let's bring this COVID recession back. We're gonna have demand curb. All right, and inflation gonna go down, and Fed gonna buy more time to deal with the QE. All right, they're gonna buy more time rather than winding up QE quicker than expected, and that action can destabilize the stock market. So it's a best thing right now to bring the stock market slightly lower so that they can get some relief from the higher inflation. All right, so we may see more downside on the stock market, and more downside on the stock market gonna bring the inflation down, and that gonna give enough time. That gonna relieve some pressure on the Fed. All right, and they're gonna stick to their transitory concept, or the transitory mantra. They were saying that the inflation is transitory. So lockdown is the best strategy right now to bring inflation down, which can also bring all these all these assets which have gained exponentially. All right, so Bitcoin to stay below the moving averages and keep breaking for more downside. Okay, so yield dropped to. All right, so yield is also going lower. Yes, Bitcoin, let me tell you. So this is going to be a buy. It's not there yet, but it can crash very, very aggressively to the downside, like the other yen pairs are crashing, and this is going to be a buy opportunity then. All right, so still long way. All right, but yes, at the bottom, at the 3, we may see buy opportunity on the Bitcoin. Okay, so let's look at the small caps. Large caps we have seen, small cap we still need to look at that. All right, so small caps are also dropping. US Russell 1000 to drag up to this low, right? That flat expanding triangle, and then give us a buy the dip opportunity. All right, and US Russell too. US Russell is also going down. All right, so chart is very much clear. Just hold these previous lows. All right, these previous lows. This previous low. Chart is showing you what to look for. Hold the previous lows. Do not crash more than that. Okay, so US Russell 2 crashing started. All right, so last week they started. Friday was the starting point. A lot of developments has happened over there over the weekend. Okay, that can drive them more downside. Euro 50 also dragging lower. Okay, that's the price to hold. Go up to that much low and then hold the trend for buy. All right, so watch for the price action. Once prices come at that low, let the price to hold first before you jump in. Do not just straight away jump in. Let the price to hold and then start looking for them to go higher. Okay, so same expanding triangle, keep dragging lower time frame correction as I'm showing on this. Okay, and hold the previous floor. Okay, so stock 602, same like that. Expanding triangle formation. These are the lows you are looking for the price to hold. Okay, for the next leg. Okay, now let's look at some coins. ADA has started the bearish trend going down. ADA can drop more. Okay, that trend has started, and the recent one we had there. So more downside simply if you have if you had bought ADA, right, then it's not time to hold it. Okay, it's time to just get out from the ADA, right? And I'm expecting ADA to just keep pushing more downside and sit again back to that low. I don't see, again, people don't understand and just keep coming and commenting. Yes, when you have bought there a lot, right, and haven't expected that to come, then obviously it's not a good coin for you. All right, so most of the time we see coins goes higher. Coins right now, cryptocurrencies playing is, you know, behaving very much similar like a stock, right? So stock market, every day we see, you know, stocks pumping and dumping, all right? So they are doing exactly the same way. We every day we see, you know, a coin going 70%, 80%, or 100%, and then again going back to zero or close to zero, all right? We see that. So they are playing, cryptocurrencies playing like a, you know, stocks, all right? So the best strategy right now is that, I mean, you only, I mean, if you are trying to catch those cheap coins which are going to run like 100 or 200%, all right, it's really hard. You don't know which coin is going to pump, going to rise very, very aggressively. Okay, so investors are sitting over there with a lot of money, all right? So wherever they see that the a coin is just, you know, starting to run, they put a lot of money into that coin, and that coin just, you know, rise for another 200 or 300%, and the very next day you're going to see that same coin is dropped with 30% or 40%, you know, and the bearish trend started. So the people, I mean, those people who are, you know, who don't know how that works, all right, they buy coins at very high price, all right, when the smart money is, you know, going away from the coins, all right? So people were pumping it, ADA was being pumped, and right now people are talking about that this is going to test the 10. I don't see it is going to test the 10, all right? When it was sitting close to the floor, you know, I was talking about 5 pence, all right? That time I was talking about that this is going to go higher, so it went up to 3, all right? And since 3, I'm saying it is going to get down back to the bottom again, maybe 10, all right, 10 or again 5. So it's happening right now, all right? So you shouldn't chase that for more upside at such levels, okay? You're simply looking for this to continue to keep dragging more lower, not a buy the dip opportunity. All right, so I'm expecting sand to drop to sand against the ladder. Okay, we may see another leg higher. Analysis is very much simple, guys. As long as price stay above your moving averages, the trend is intact, okay? And right after the breakdown of those moving averages, your trend is being you know, turned down, okay? This one more leg can appear over there, right? And again, price can, you know, start dropping from that previous top or new high. So this is the structure is very much clear, all right? So another leg can appear over there on the sand, okay? Because this is the coin which is making, you know, headlines these days, all right? Because it pumped from you know, from 50 cent, we can say that, and the move is just happening over there. So again, you know, a slow drop on it, okay? So slow drop on it, and that drop to go down again at this area, right? So if I'm gonna go back to my structure again, correction is there, still one more leg can happen over there, okay? And that can take off that previous top, right? So if you are trading on them, just trade with care, all right? And I don't see continuation for more upside on this. I see that this coin is going back to the previous low again. Okay, so like the way this is doing right now, okay? You see that the request network is just dropping after finishing its bullish move, okay, going down. So we may see sand again. I mean, we may see sand to do that too. Okay, pumped, and now dumping is coming. So short, right? So a lot of short opportunities were there, slow but steady, yeah. And yes, if shorting, then you know, check where the buyers are sitting, all right? So on sand, I think, you know, a lot of buyers were sitting over there. Not sad, all right? So GTC, so a lot of buyers are sitting over there on this coin at the 20, within these areas, all right? So 20 and 17 to 20, a lot of buyers are trying to to hold this coin to break out for more upside like that wave. Okay, so if breakout comes like that, okay, then simply another leg to test that top. So request is just dropping. All right, once request, let me bring another chart for you. Dogecoin first. Dogecoin. Okay, when coins start forming this kind of pattern formation, right, they rise, they go higher, and they start dropping slowly, okay, and start forming this kind of pattern, all right, a wedge. That means they are they are, you know, people are accumulating coins. Buyers are trying to reverse the bearish trend for upside, and that time is to buy the coins for longer term. Okay, when I say longer term, means that price can stay for a while before going to breakout. Okay, but yes, price is setting up for this breakout. All right, that's the time to accumulate coins as much low as you can. Okay, so Dogecoin gonna go for higher, okay, but may take some time for the next run. Okay, so same thing you are looking on the GTC or okay, GTC is also trying to, all right, so GTC to correct for another time, like the way it has done there, and drop. All right, go for another one, drop, breakout, or simply breakout from current price. Okay, this can get bigger. Okay, this correction can get bigger. It can retrace 100%, all right, all the way back to that low. So when you are trying to buy such kind of coins, all right, which are in a correction, then always, you know, take precautions. All right, so breakout gonna be the best strategy. All right, breakout. So you're looking, when breakout is happening, then buy, and look for price to run for the next move. Right, so yeah, right now I'm looking this to just continue to keep dragging more lower. All right, so rather than breakout, but breakout gonna continue. Make sure you understand that when breakout comes aggressively, it's gonna continue. Right now another correction, and slowly keep dragging lower. Okay, keep remove these gains, okay, the gains which it has, like something like that we can say. All right, so keep dropping all the way back to that low, sit there the way it has done there, rather than, you know, for next run. Okay, so request, same, go down, GTC go down, Coscos go down too. All right, so keep dropping slowly all the way back to that low. All right, and then again start the next run. All right, so looking for this coin to go down too, or at least in another correction, another big daily correction simply. All right, so big daily correction. There's like ADA have just shown you ADA, same, do that. Okay, so Bitcoin we have already seen. Ethereum, nothing new. Ethereum is also breaking down. Okay, so sharp move, it is just repeating the pattern which I have just drawn over there. Okay, and again look at the comments, people, this is the joke. All right, this chart is a joke. So those who don't understand, they have no idea how to look at that. Okay, so we were expecting sharp move happened, expecting correction to form, correction happened, breakout. So you are looking this move to happen again, bit precautions. Okay, so trade with carefully. Yeah, so simple analysis, if I'm gonna make it simple again, as long as price stay below those moving averages, you are sticking price to drop. Right, this is the moving average. Yeah, another correction is just forming to break down. All right, if it goes slightly more higher, yeah, stay below the moving averages, do not break up for our next run. All right, stay below those moving averages and keep dropping. All right, and let's ignore that. All right, so this is also the coins which I'm looking right now. They have made their run. Okay, they went higher very aggressively. Now they are in correction, they are dropping. So I'm looking for those coins to just keep dropping. All right, your pick might be a different from me. All right, and yeah, just keep dropping lower. All right, so Solana was making news a couple of days ago, but right now it's just dropping, and I'm expecting it to just keep dropping all the way back to that low. All right, so this to finish the move. All right, finish the move back to that top, and then again this previous top. All right, finish the move. All right, struggle that, and this move. Next move is the bearish one. It's gone. Do not chase the buy. All right, finish the next leg at the previous top or new high, and then again start dropping and continue to keep dropping all the way back to these lows, $5. All right, so this to drop. It's dropping, all right, but let's just simply ignore that. There are many other coins which you can pick, guys. All right, so let's just finish here for the day, and yeah, on a stock. All right, so the stock which I'm gonna look is the S&P 500. Quickly we're gonna talk about that, and then we're gonna finish. Okay, so these, some of them, not all, right? So some of them. So the correction is simply due. All right, so let me check the good one. Okay, so the correction is just simply happening. So this correction gonna be a buy the dip opportunity, the way I have shown you on the S&P 500. Okay, so this buy the dip opportunity is just forming on some, you know, very strong individual stock which which are included in the S&P 500. All right, so I'm gonna ignore this, which are very strong. All right, so you look and pull back on them, like Home Depot. So when S&P 500 finish the bearish move, okay, so they're gonna be the buy opportunity. Okay, pull back, and then next leg continue, because strength on these gonna drive the S&P 500. So if they're not gonna go higher, S&P 500 not gonna finish gonna go higher for the next leg. So there we're gonna see, you know, buy the deep opportunities. So if you're trading on the stocks, only choose those which are very strong. All right, so do not choose the sideways one. So the strong, if this, I mean the stock which is strong and pulling back, all right, there, okay, they're going to be the buy the dip opportunity. So you know, correction is just started and may take some time. If I'll see, yeah, so I will share, I'll try my best to share with you, you know, during the when we're gonna have a weekly market outlook. All right, so that's it. Let's finish here. Hopefully you have a Phantom. I think I have shown you that Phantom also go down. All right, so not expecting another leg can happen. All right, and if that happens, then if you are long in it, then start looking to close your, you know, trades from there, from the previous top. I'm not anticipating, I'm just simply anticipating this trend to continue to keep dragging lower right now. All right, BTC chart I have shown, guys. So let's just finish here. Hopefully you have ICP and dollar. ICP and dollar. And it is in a, I wouldn't suggest you to do anything on this chart. All right, so if you are planning to buy this chart for longer term, I mean this coin for longer term, you know, wouldn't suggest you to do anything. Yes, for short term, you can trade on it for short term, sideways market. That's it. All right, do not plan to hope for this to run for something like $100 or $200. All right, so but for short term, it's all right. Okay, short term, what is the way to trade on these coins for short term? Okay, price is just sitting over there. We use support, right? So I mean the support which is being held, all right, very, very strongly. Okay, this support, the first support is the $40, and the second one is the, or the last, we can say that on this chart, is the 26. Okay, look at that support and go to your order book. Watch how many people are interested to buy this at this area. Watch order book. All right, and if a lot of buyers are sitting over there at that price, let's say 30 or 40, a lot of buyers are sitting over there on your order book, and they want to buy and they want to hold this price for more upside. Okay, then you should just simply follow the order book. All right, if a lot of buyers are sitting over there, if buyers are not sitting over there, people are interested to buy this pair for more upside, this coin, all right, then you're going to see that the price is going to break out. Simply price going to break down and going to find its new support somewhere down there. All right, if a lot of buyers are there sitting over there on your order book, and they want to buy as much coin as they can at the current price, all right, so just simply follow them, buy it. Okay, and if the quick move is coming, just stay in for longer term. If not coming, then just take that profit and close the trade. All right, keep trading for short term, for sideways market. That's the easiest way to trade on those coins which are moving sideways. All right, not trending, for sideways. Use your order book. If people are buying that specific coins at that price, trying to hold that support, all right, just simply buy that, and when price reverse, leave the market at a good target where you want to see that it's good to, when you got a good profit on that coin, just leave it. All right, for short term it can go there. All right, for medium term it can go that much far away. All right, hope that makes sense. It's very easy. Use your order book. All right, use your order book and look at that. You're gonna see clearly either people are interested in that price or not. If they are not interested, that coin is not for you. All right, if people are, because you're gonna see reversal then when someone gonna inject liquidity into the market. All right, understand that when someone gonna put money into the market, then you're gonna see reversal. If people are not putting liquidity into the market, how are you gonna see reversal? All right, so you need to see liquidity, where liquidity is sitting, at what price. If liquidity is small, thin, you're not gonna see reversal. Yeah, you need a lot of liquidity injection into the market before price gonna start reversing for upside. Okay, so follow that, follow the liquidity, where liquidity is sitting. So we have already seen gold. All right, so just look at the recording of this video. Okay, gold, I'm expecting gold to drop up to 1700. Gold can drop up to 1700. All right, okay guys, thank you very much. We'll see you back again in another weekly market outlook. Until then, bye and have a nice and great week. Bye bye.